In today's video, we'll be talking about how you can maximize the funnel to join your paid online community. Start by exploring the conventional models which are typically used as funnels to one's paid community. So typically, you'll have a CTA or call to action that then funnels to your paid community, or in other cases, you'll have a call to action which then funnels into some kind of free value, typically an email newsletter, and then that eventually funnels and converts some of the people in your newsletter into paid community members. So these are what's typically at play when we think of community funnel strategy, or rather online community funnel strategy. Now, what I want to talk about today are funnel communities. So instead of the traditional models, which are tried and true and of course work, you can experiment with something that I've been seeing recently, especially on Skool.com. So you'll have funnel communities, which you basically have a call to action, a CTA. Let's say you're a content creator on YouTube, you have some kind of call to action to join your free community. So from that call to action, people funnel into your free community, and from your free community, they then funnel into your paid community. The benefit of which is that there is way less friction in this funnel strategy than there is in these funnel strategies. Because, for example, if you look at this one, let's say again that you're a content creator on YouTube, you make some kind of call to action to join your paid community. Well, there's going to be a lot of immediate friction with that simply because it's a paid community. It may be expensive. Whatever the case may be, there will be friction just in the sheer fact that this is a paid community that you're making a call to action for. And then there's the second one here, which is the call to action, which then leads your audience into an email newsletter, is that people typically aren't the biggest fans of email newsletters anymore. People have sort of understood that it's essentially just for marketing purposes, and a lot of people view these kinds of things as spam. And then on top of that, not as many people are using email as they used to. So this is a traditional, of course, this is a tried and true method, a traditional one. But if you want to be more on the cutting edge, you can go with this option, which of course is the call to action to then join your free community, which is very low friction because it's a free community. And then if they really enjoy your free community, then of course they can always upgrade to your paid community. And again, the benefits are as follows. As we explained, less friction for prospective members than the traditional funneling strategies. On top of that, a free community would also hint at what they can get out of the paid version, which is almost like a free trial of your paid community. Now, it's very difficult to do a free trial, as it were, with a paid community, and I understand why a lot of community builders wouldn't do that, because typically in paid communities they'll have a bunch of online courses, they'll have live calls and things of that nature, which are very valuable, and I don't think a lot of people are willing to make that a part of some kind of free trial package, because you can't return the experience that someone gleaned from the courses, nor can you return the experience and insights gained from these live calls. So it's understandable that there wouldn't be as many free trials for a paid version of a community. That just doesn't make any sense. But with a free funnel community in place that serves as a stepping stone to your paid community, it can actually hint at what's to come in the paid community. And in that regard, it sort of serves as a sort of free trial. Now, that doesn't mean that the free community has courses or live calls to the extent that your paid community does. That's up to your judgment in terms of how you construct your free community. But that's just to say that it's almost like a free trial of your community. There's way less friction involved, and it hints at what they can expect out of the paid version. Because let's say you make an amazing free community experience. Well, the members in that free community who are enjoying themselves so much just have to wonder just how much better, how much greater the paid version that you offer is. And within your free community, all roads must lead to your paid community. And I'll show you a great example of an online community that does this. So here we are in Adonis Gang, made by the community builder and YouTuber Hamza. And I'll just show you briefly a few ways in which he, in this free community, Adonis Gang is his free community, upsells or has all roads leading to his paid one. So right off the bat here, you can see that there is a live call coaching link. And if you click on it, you'll see this pop-up come up here. But it says that this premium content is only available with an Adonis Skool membership, with Adonis Skool being his paid community. And of course, the community that we're in right now, Adonis Gang, being his free funnel community. So if you want to upgrade, you click this link here, boom, and it takes you directly to his paid community's built-in sales page on Skool.com, the community hosting platform in question. So that's just one example. And of course, if you look at his calendar, which is stacked with live calls, if you click any one of his live calls, they'll all say the same thing, that this premium content is only available with an Adonis Skool membership, which again is his paid community. And you'll see this as well if you go into the classroom and you click any one of his courses. You'll see that you'll need to join Adonis Skool, right? Join Adonis Skool to access the premium content. And of course, he has the link. Click it. It again takes you to the sales page. So again, all roads are leading to his paid community within his free funnel community. And one thing I will say is if you wanted to further hint at the value that was in his paid community, he could literally drop perhaps a first 1 or 2 or 3 modules, perhaps the introduction modules to these courses, just to kind of hint at it, to kind of tease what's to be expected in these kinds of courses. And of course here, most obviously in terms of leading to his paid community, you'll see he has the links to actually upgrade, and he literally uses the word upgrade. So very explicit in terms of him wanting his free community members to upgrade to his paid community. And there are other sorts of things that you can do as well. So you can get creative in terms of incentivizing free community members to upgrade to go to your paid community. So you can put in place incentive structures to join the paid version. So for example, Hamza, which is the community builder of the community we just looked at, he has these bonus-oriented call to actions. And then there are other communities promoting the unlocking of the paid community's live call recordings amongst other features. So let me get into this in just a second. So with Hamza's bonus-oriented call to actions, what's interesting is that he'll make a post within his free community, Adonis Gang, the community that we were just in for an example, and he'll make a post along the lines of the next 10 members in the free community, that is, that join, that upgrade to the paid community that he offers, will get to choose, for example, the next course that is made in the paid community, or that they will benefit from some kind of bonus if they just are the first 10 to upgrade from the free community to the paid version. And he does this every week, it seems. And that is a creative way to get the members of the free community to upgrade to the paid version of the community. And of course, here we have the unlocking of the paid community's live call recordings, amongst other features. So I use this example specifically because I found it interesting. I forget the name of the community in which I witnessed this example, but basically it in the free version, if you unlock a certain level, so how it works on Skool.com, the community hosting platform that we were just in a second ago, what happens is that for every like that you get a point. So 1 like equals 1 point, and the more points you get, the more you level up in the community. So from level 2, 3, 4, and so forth. And what that can do is within the community itself, you can have the community builder actually put in place incentive structures in which certain leveled members, so say for example, level 3 members unlock a level 3 course. So level 2 members don't have access to that course, and level 1 members don't have access to that course, but level 3 and up have access to that course. So Skool actually allows you to put in place these incentive structures as a community builder. And one thing I've noticed in this community, which the name escapes me at present, is that he actually put in place the paid community's live call recordings in his free community that can be unlocked at a certain level. And that's interesting because not only does that incentivize members within the free community to actually participate in the free community more in order to garner more points, so they'll be providing more value, making more posts, commenting, and helping out other members more so that they get more points to unlock these live call recordings. But once they do reach the level that unlocks these live call recordings, they can then watch them and enjoy them. And if they really enjoy them, then that can serve as a teaser, right? These live call recordings can serve as teasers for him to actually want to upgrade and join the paid community to actually experience these live calls in person when they're actually live and not just recordings. So I found that was a very interesting and creative way to incentivize free community members to actually upgrade to the paid version of one's community. And I'll just finish off this video with a key detail that needs to be said. So both the free and paid community must have dedicated purposes. As much as upgrading to the paid version is important, people will leave or engage less with the free version if they recognize it as just a waiting room for the paid community. Therefore, there must be value inherent to the free version as well as the paid one, with the paid version simply having more on offer. For example, Adonis Gang's protocol, and we'll check that out in just a second. This point has to be made because it's very easy to put all of your eggs into one basket, to put all of the value into your paid community, and you wouldn't be necessarily wrong in doing so. But again, this point has to be made because if you go about that strategy in which you put all the value, put all the eggs into one basket, your paid community, then it kind of makes your free community just seem like it's a waiting room or a lobby for the paid version. There's no reason to actually participate and engage with the free community because it's not really a community, is it? It's just a waiting room to join your paid community, which is the be-all end-all. So you have to make sure that not only your free community has a dedicated purpose, but also, of course, that your paid community has one. That's not necessarily the problem here. Just make sure that your free community has some value inherent to it. And of course, you're going to be dedicating the most value to your paid community. But just don't forget that the free community actually has to be a community and not just a waiting room. And so if we return to Hamza's Adonis Gang here, you'll see that he mitigates this by having in the classroom what he calls the Adonis protocol. And he tells members within Adonis Gang, which is his free community that we're in right now, to commit to the Adonis protocol, which I think is just like a set of good habits in terms of fitness, relationships, that kind of thing. But he gives his community members a purpose within the context of his free community on top of the fact that all roads lead to his paid community, as you can see here with all of these upgrading links and the links to upgrade in the courses, etc. So that's how Hamza, the community builder, mitigated this problem and made sure that there was a purpose and value inherent to his free community on top of the fact that all roads within his free community lead to his paid community as well. So if you're a community builder and you're looking to increase and broaden the funnel to your paid community, this is definitely an interesting strategy in which you can commit to. So instead of the traditional methods, again, which are just call to actions to join your paid community or call to actions to join your newsletter to join your paid community, you might consider just trying a call to action which leads to a free community, which then finally leads to your paid community. And with that, thanks for watching today's video.